Hello everyone. So today, this is mostly for the person that's new here. This is just white tiles I wanted to show you before I cover them all up. And I take the back and I tape it. And the reason why I tape it is because when resin gets on the back, it's kind of hard to get off. It's not too hard, but it's kind of hard. And it looks better if you don't have it all on there. So if I tape it, and I tape all of mine, when I tape it and the resin gets on there, all I do is take the heat gun over it a little bit. When everything's all done and cured, I take the heat gun over this a little bit, and then I peel it off and the resin comes off with it. And it's much, much easier for me. Now, you don't have to do it that way, but this is just the way that I do it. And that's all I can give you is the way that I do it. You know, I'm not here really to teach anybody anything. I'm just here to show you what I do. And if it works for you, cool. And if it don't, that's okay too, because you may have something to share with me about how you do it that'll help me. And I'm always open for suggestions or questions or whatever. So I'm just getting the sides done good right here first. And I just put the turquoise on here because one of the things I'm going to use is kind of a turquoise color as a, and you don't have to use a tint either, but oops, got something in there. But I'm going to use a tint today that I want to try by KSResin, and I'm going to be using KSResin resin. KSResin. It's KSResin. I always forget the S. It's KSResin. And this is a tint by them. It's a base tint. So that'll be my base coat. But I'm going to go ahead and do this first. It don't take it no time to dry. So, you know, it's just a regular acrylic. You can use any acrylic that you have. This is the one that I have. But yeah, you can use, this is Artist Loft. But you can use any one that you have. It doesn't matter. And you can put however much or however little you want. I'm just trying to get it off the brush now, you know, and use with everything that's on the brush. Now, I like to do these. You don't have to paint these, but I like to paint them because I feel like it gives the resin something to grab hold of. And some people spray paint them, and I do that every now and then also. But today, I'm just doing some simple acrylic on it. I like the feel of a brush sometimes, you know, so yeah, that's what I'm doing. And as soon as this dries, I'll be back with you and we'll start up some resin. But while it's drying, let me go ahead and tell you the colors I'm going to use today. They want farmhouse colors. I'm doing this for somebody for Christmas. And so the colors of farmhouse colors is along the line of what I'm using. And this is a color cottage. If y'all haven't tried this, man, try it. It's really cheap. They give you a good bit and for a little bit of nothing, okay? And I mean, it's beautiful. This is a coffee bean brown. And I mean, if you can see that, that is really a beautiful, rich brown. And it's very, very sparkly. It's really a beautiful color. And then I'm using Stardust, not duck. It's not a duck. It's Stardust micas. And I'm using their, what's the name of this one? Stardust Pearl. That's what it is. And that's this here. And I'm using another color cottage. And this one's supposed to be Seaside Blue. I'm about got it covered where I can't see the color. But it's more like a turquoise. So I'm going to use that one today. And then I'm using Color Obsessions 007. And I can open it, but carefully because it's a powder and it goes in the air easily. So my suggestion, if you get this before you open it, set it down, tap on it, get it off the top. Because if you don't, when you open it, it goes everywhere. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and set up some resin and give this a minute to dry. See, this one here is probably almost dry already, and I can run over it with the heat gun for a minute and make it more dry, more quicker. Make it dry more quicker. So we can always do that, but you don't have to. Depends on how fast you want to work or what you're trying to do. Anyways, so I'm going to go ahead and put y'all on pause, and I'll be back with you in just a few minutes. Okay, I've got the resin done. I'll put a little bit in everything. I might have needed just a little bit more, but we're going to work with this, see what happens. I think I got enough, but I'm not sure. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. And I can always make up some more if I have to. That's just, you know, that's easy to do. Easy enough. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and stir these up. I want you to see this brown. I mean, it's just really a nice, shiny brown. Look at that. Isn't that a pretty brown? I usually don't do, you know, browns too much, but it is very pretty for brown. Very, very pretty. And that's from Color Cottage. I'm telling you, check them out if you haven't already, because they've got some really nice micas. They've got some nice, beautiful, beautiful pigments. I mean, just, I don't think they have paste. I'm not sure. I can't say they do or don't, because I'm not sure. But I do. I get a few of my powders from there sometimes because they're much cheaper than other places. And the quality is excellent. I mean, really, the quality is just excellent. But this needs a little bit more of this in here. That's for sure. Okay. Now, if you put powder in after you've already got resin in it, please start very slowly with stirring it until you know it's mixed in there under the resin a little bit. Because if you don't, the powder will poof up at you. And you do not want any of these, you know, pigments in your nose, going up your nostrils, going in your eyes, or anything like that, because they're not healthy for you, you know. And ergo, the reason why we're supposed to wear respirators, you know, facial things to protect you, glasses and whatnot. But it's real hard for me to wear that stuff when I do actually, I need a respirator. I'm just be honest, I don't have one. But if I did, I couldn't hardly wear it while I'm doing a video like this. Okay, that's a pretty, real pretty cream right there, like pearl, not cream, pearl. And this is the 007. Starting off with it kind of slow because I don't want it to, it's very fine. It's a very, very fine mica, and I don't want it to blow out. There we go. And it don't take much to mix it. Mixes very well. You just don't get much for the money, though, I'll tell you. These days, stuff is expensive because everybody wants it and everybody's using it. Not just this. I mean, like, pigments, period. As a whole. Not just this one. All of them as a whole. So I'm going to try this here out. Let me see how I got the top sealed. That's good. I like that. Their resin comes with the sealed tops also. And I really like that. I don't like to get resin that doesn't have the tops sealed. Reason, because sometimes tops will come off in transport. You know, it depends. Anyway, so depends on how they wrap them and stuff. So Am I supposed to be able to take this off, I wonder? Or just do it like that? This looks like it's supposed to come off. Oh, okay. There it goes. All right. So I'm just going to put a little bit in, stir it up and see how it does. Because we'd rather have a little bit too much than not enough. I mean, rather have not enough opposed to a little bit too much. I said that one backwards. Okay, y'all know how I do when I talk sometimes. Okay, yeah, that's good. That's really good. Wow, that didn't take much at all. That's very opaque. Cool. All right. So we're going to start off with a little bit of this on each one. I think I got too much made, but that's okay. And then we'll go ahead and spread it around. Oops. Yeah. They had different colors of this also, all kind of different colors of it. I don't know what made me pick this color. It just, you know, I like blues, and it looked kind of bluish on the top of this color. It looks almost gray, don't it? But it's not. It's a blue. So we're going to get to see how this works. I'd hold it up here where y'all can see me doing this. Maybe I didn't make too much. Almost not made enough, hey? Almost. Let me see. It's in the middle. Almost didn't make enough. I think I could have, I've used 3 ounces, y'all, is what I did. And I think I could have went 4, because I have things over here on the side that I can use, you know, molds to put extras in all the time. And I'm going to do more sets of these. I've got 4 sets I'm gifting out for Christmas to people, you know, I know. But I got some things in the works, you guys, for the upcoming year. I'm kind of excited about. Can't wait to let you in on all that. Okay, so for now, make sure I've got enough of here on this. Okay. For now, we're going to put some colors on here and see what happens. And what I think I'm going to do actually is just, I know I have too much. But what I think I'm going to do is just run it across like this. I didn't think to see if I've got this thing leveled. And I'll bet you I don't. I have a little small leveler right here. I'm throwing for a minute. I can usually tell. Nope. Yeah. Okay. It is all right. Okay. For now, it's okay. Yep. It sure is. Okay, we're going to put this on both sides. Pearl. Pearl's so pretty. It is very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I didn't get very much on these two, did I? Not so much. That's okay, though. See if I can get the rest of it on there. Okay, that's done. All right, here we go with some pretty blue. I'm going to just run this right down the middle too. We can, of course, put it all over if we want. That's all right. We can do strings here and there. And then I'm going to run a little bit of this over here, and over here, over here, and over here, a little bit. If I can get it to go on all of them. Let's see what this is going to turn out like. I'm just kind of just letting it do what it do. That's all. Just going to kind of let it do what it do. See how it goes. That's all of that. A little bit more of this brown on top of there. And this seems to be leaning this way. That's not good. Okay. Let's see what happens here. A little bit of heat on it. I think I'm going to, yep, okay, I'll finish that like that. Oh yeah, that's falling the wrong way. Don't go that way. Ooh, that's making some pretty sails over there. Very goodness, really pretty. Yo, that is pretty. Look at that. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you what, KSResin's base tint is popping. Listen, the sails is all over the place. They're nice. I like them. Now, let's see what we do here with this. I need a towel for my hands. Let's see what I can do with this little torch here. Make that kind of soften up a little bit there. Mm-hmm. A little bit of smoke coming up, but I'm all right with that. Oh yeah, those are pretty. Oh my goodness. So pretty. And we got brown still and gold left, but I want to run a little bit of the brown through here. Just a little bit in the center here. Give it a minute to cool off, and we can put the heat gun on it a little bit. I think those are so pretty. I really do. I like the way they turned out. Very pleased with them. I'm just going around trying to do the sides now. Make sure we get the sides done well. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. Okay, that works. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, very pretty, y'all. What you think? Beautiful or not? This one don't have cells in it. We're going to fix that. My cat is at the door. I'm not letting him in right now. He's got to be out there while I do this. Mm-hmm. Oh, pretty, pretty. They're coming up now. Very pretty. I am so pleased with these. I really am so pleased with these. Apparently, I'm not finished, though. Y'all know how we do. Oh, gosh. I'm horrible with it. I really am. Let me see. Got plenty of that over there. Let me do this. Very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. I get a little bit of that turquoise in here. Do this one. I like that. I like that. I'm loving it. I'm just so loving it. Really so pretty. And I do have a little bit left, and also I have stuff draping on here. And what I'm going to do is put this in this little cup here, because I'm going to make some of my peacocks with this mold. I mean, with this with these colors. I have peacock mold sitting over here. There you go. You see it there? You can see it there. Also, too, I just like to do this sometime. And it's just something I like to do. That's all. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Very pretty. I didn't get it right on that one, did I? Try it again on here. There we go. Now look at that. That is so pretty, guys, right? Aren't those really pretty? Oh my gosh. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Really love it. Okay. I'm going to do what's left on here and here. Like I said, I'm going to do these little peacocks. I'm going to take these and put them over. Well, let me see if I can get in there to get it without knocking them over. Ooh, they're pretty warm. And I got my finger right in that, didn't I? All right, let me get them over here and see if I can get them down to. So hold on just a minute. Be right back. I'm back, and I'm going to do a little peacocks. There's a little bit of resin left. I'm putting just a little tiny bit. Ain't much. Okay. Trying to see how much blue I could get. Now this is very mixed, but what I'm going to do is we're going to give it a gold head, okay, with gold feathers at the top. I think I can get 2 out of this. We'll see. And I don't mind. I gotta do a little bit of what I do when my stuff gets thick. A couple of drops of alcohol. Stir it up. There we go. And we got it nice and loose again. Okay, there we go. So, with that gold, I also want it through here. When it comes out, it'll be gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And we're going to do some through here also. That's a pretty, pretty gold. It really, really is. Beautiful gold. Now, since we have more of it left, we can do some little puddles and some of these. Make some of them have some nice gold in it also. Which is the feathers. When I'm saying these are the feathers. So, this would be so pretty with this on each side of it. Oh my gosh. I have just enough left to do this one too. That's just really going to be so pretty. Yeah, very, very beautiful. And then the rest of it will be the other colors. That's going to be so pretty. Oh my gosh, y'all. So, so pretty. Now, I'm going to go through here. Oops. Loosen up that turquoise with a little bit of alcohol. There we go. There we go. Okay. And I'm going to go through here with some turquoise. And go through here with some turquoise. And up here. Might mix that a little bit. And put some right in here. Oh yeah, that's pretty. That'll be very, very pretty. Very, very pretty. And here we're not going to have much, just a little tiny bit going along that gold line. Just a little tiny bit going along that gold line on this one. And it'll be just fine. Okay. And the rest of it's going to be mixed. Don't think I have enough for both either. Don't think so. I can try, but yeah, it's not going to be enough for both. But it can be a good start. We'll get some more later and finish it off. Yeah. So later we'll get enough to go around the edges of these feathers here, and that'll look really pretty anyway. That will be absolutely gorgeous. In the meantime, I'll just put what we have in here. Put what we have in here. Great goodness, can't talk today, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm talking to myself a little bit and not talking to y'all and mumbling. Excuse me for mumbling. There we go. I love to make these, and I've always loved to make these, and a girlfriend of mine does art. She bought a few, and then she got, I guess she fell in love with them because she went and bought the molds for them and started selling them. Most of what I was doing was just giving them for gifts when somebody buys a piece of art from me, and just making little refrigerator magnets out of them. They're very beautiful when you do them right. And I was like, well, cool. She's making a few dollars with it, and that's always all right. I'm glad that she liked them that much to go ahead and get some molds of it and do them. It's always good when we can inspire each other in art. I believe that is a really big deal to me anyway. No matter what it is that we're doing, if we inspire each other to do something more with whatever it is that they're doing, or that somebody inspires us to do what we're doing more, that's really wonderful to me. I think it's very beautiful. Now this is what the center is going to look like on the outside when I take it out. Still have to finish the sides. This one's pretty much done, and it's going to be absolutely gorgeous when it finishes with that gold in it. Oh my gosh, because the gold is so sparkly. Normally I trim them with what I use, and mine is liquid gold leaf. I don't use the pen. I like to paint the liquid gold leaf on it, and or liquid silver leaf, and I like to paint that one on there as well. However, I don't think these ones are going to need it. I think they're just going to be absolutely beautiful with the gold that's in there now. So anyway, if you've seen something you like, give me a thumbs up, please, and subscribe if you haven't already. And, you know, this upcoming year here, like I said, I've got some ideas, some things that's rolling around in my head. I can't wait to share them with you and, you know, do some more things. So you guys have a wonderful holiday. If I don't have another video out by then, I'm not sure if I will or not. But yeah, have a wonderful holiday. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas in 2019. And I hope that 2020 is most awesome for you. And hope that I'm able to inspire you to do something. And if you would like to donate to my channel or become a patron, either way, you go to my PayPal link, and it is down there in the description. And you can email me. The email will be down there, and you can let me know what you would like to do. If you'd like to give a certain amount every month, that's fine. Anywhere from $1 on up, no amount is too little, because we all need support on our channels. And those of you that support me, I am so thankful. And right now I have to thank Miss Laura for all that you've sent me this year. I have to thank Kim for helping me. Thank you so very much. And that's it, you guys. Love and peace. I'm out. Have a great evening.